Hi there, everybody. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I have been feeling a little bit better. I can, I can honestly say it was actually getting some nutrition in. Things were getting pretty hard there for a little bit because I wasn't really able to eat very much nutrition, and so that was kind of hard, but I was able to eat some, and that was pretty good. And so that was doing really, really well. Today's been kind of rough, a lot of pain. Not sure why. We'll have to still find out. I haven't heard back from the bariatric doctor. I'm going to have to call the bariatric doctor's office. I haven't really it's been so long. I guess I'm really out of the loop on how it's all supposed to work. I go to my general practitioner, and when I get results back, they call me. I haven't gotten that one call, so I guess I am supposed to call them. So I'm going to call and find out, what they're saying and what the next step is to kind of find out what's going on with me and stuff like that. So we can kind of figure that out and go from there. And, I've mostly gotten help from my general practitioner. He monitors me really closely. He's not sad about my weight loss. Since I have gotten sick, I've lost 22 pounds, and what's there to be sad about 22 pounds, right? I'm excited. But it's the way that I have lost it that he's concerned with, and that I have gotten so much weaker, and he's not excited about that, and neither am I. And so we are going to work on that, and we spent quite a bit of time talking about what we can do about that to keep my strength that I do have, and to not lose any more of my leg muscles for sure. And so anyways, kind of what's been going on in my head here is when I had my surgery, really honestly, there was nothing. There was really nothing out there that was easy to come by as far as how to go on the internet. It just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. No, you couldn't Google it. You couldn't Google it. And Google is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Trust me, guys and gals, it is a beautiful thing. You need to know something, you absolutely can Google it. It doesn't matter how far-fetched it is. You want to know what it is, Google it. You'll find it. It's amazing. So I had no idea about nutrition. I grew up in a pretty normal atmosphere. Both of my parents worked. We did not have junk food in our house. We did not drink soda. We didn't have candies and cakes, and we didn't have it. We didn't have snacks. We didn't have we just didn't have like added amenities to meals and stuff like that. We had what we needed, and that was it. And if you didn't want to eat what was made, then okay, you didn't have to. But there wasn't anything else. And no, you weren't going to make something, because trust and believe, there wasn't anything else to make. My parents worked hard, but there was only so much. Period. But yet, my big brother and I, which had a different father from my two little brothers, my big brother and I were chunky kids. And we all ate the same food. We all came from the same household. You know, there was no reason. And I know that some people believe in predisposition and some people don't. I happen to believe that some people are absolutely predisposed to have more of a chance to be obese than others. And if you don't believe that, you're more than welcome to believe that way, and that's fine. I'm cool with it. I just know that my little brothers were string beans. My big brother and I were not. And on my big brothers and I's side of the family, from my father, morbid obesity. And there's gastric bypasses, there's sleeves, there are surgeries for weight loss, because we are obese. Did I grow up overeating? No. Was I a closet eater? No. Like I said, did I drink soda? Barely ever. If we went camping, we got soda. And not very often. We usually had, like, I don't know, Kool-Aid. We did not grow up in a household that promoted sugar. We did not grow up in a household that promoted starchy foods. We just didn't. So, you know, it is what it is on that one. You know, you have your theory, I have mine, and I think that that's perfectly fine. We kind of all have to go whichever way on that one, you know, until they prove matter of fact, I suppose. But what I want to know, and what I really would like you to think about, is you had this surgery, or you're contemplating this surgery. And when I had this surgery, they told you, they told you, this is what you have to do for 6 weeks after your surgery. And then you can pretty much eat whatever you want, as long as it's within this much portions, ounces. And it could cause dumping syndrome. So make sure and avoid those foods if you do get dumping syndrome. Simple enough, right? Simple enough. That was my education on this surgery. That was my education. Okay. Okay, so where are you? And what were you? Or who are you right now? If you're contemplating having this surgery, who are you right now as an eater? And you don't have to tell anybody. Tell yourself. Tell yourself. Heidi, who are you? What is it that you can't live without? What is it that you say to yourself? I don't want to ever not have that again. Is there anything? Is there many things? I hear people say stuff about soda. I gave up soda 2 years before I got together with my husband. And the reason why I gave up soda was because I was huge. And I realized I was huge. And I was like, holy cow, Heidi, what happened? And I realized, because I worked all the time. All the time. I had my own daycare. It was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I did not take time off. I took my daycare seriously. And I needed soda to keep me awake, to keep me motivated, to keep my brain going. Because see, and I do know that this is an excuse, and I know that now. I've gone through 20 years of therapy. I know it's an excuse now. I needed it because it was my motivator. I needed it because it made me feel good. And I really honestly, because it wasn't an issue growing up, it wasn't something that we ever had to think about as kids. Our parents didn't have to keep going, Heidi, get out of the fridge and leave that Pepsi alone. Heidi, no. What's this under your bed? It wasn't like that because we didn't drink soda really. And I didn't know about calories. I know, that sounds ignorant. But I really honestly didn't know about calories. And that's what got me. Because I was drinking 4 64-ounce Pepsis a day. And I packed the pounds on fast. And I justified it because it was my motivator. It made me feel good. And I liked it. I never had a fast metabolism anyways, and it made me feel energetic. That was awesome. That was honestly awesome. So I had stopped drinking it 2 years before I got together with my husband, and I'm glad that I did, because when it was time for me to have my, go in and figure out about my surgery and everything, then I knew that that vice that I had chosen for me, I had chosen it for me to just stop. Not for surgery, not for a husband, not for children. For me, I stopped. That made a difference for me. And I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else and why you would do it, because you have to find why you would do it. You have to find why you would quit eating Snicker bars every day, or why you would quit eating potato chips every day, or why you would stop eating Subway every single day, or whatever it is. You have to figure that out for you, because nobody else can figure out what's going on up here. Nobody. Only you can figure out you. Even going to therapy, they're only there to help you figure out you. And I'm a true believer in therapy. I think therapy is fabulous, and I don't knock it, not one bit. But be honest with yourself. You're going there to figure out you, because you are the only one that can figure out you. You're the only one that lives in your head. And you got to figure out the right food choices for your life. This is not for a minute. This is not oh, I had the surgery and I lost 150 pounds. Now I can go and eat Snickers again. No. 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 And if a Snickers is your trigger, then you should consider never eating a Snickers again. I have not had soda for 15 years. Why? I don't want to go back down that road. I don't. It's hard. It's miserable. And you only beat yourself up, and you can't do it. You're better than that. Your food choices have to be for a lifetime. Your lifestyle has to change. No, I cannot eat copious amounts of pasta. Holy heck, I am part Irish. Do you think I don't love potatoes? I love potatoes. I cannot sit down and eat bunches of potatoes. I will be a potato. You have to make the right choices. Does that mean that you can never eat carbs again? No. But do you have to balance yourself? Yes. Yes, you do. If you have children, do you balance your children's food? I bet you do. And there's a reason for that. I balance my children's food. There's a reason for that. Well, I need my food balanced too. for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. And I'm not ashamed of that. Because I am who I am. And that does not mean that there are not going to be times that I won't enjoy some potato. Some. That does not mean I will not enjoy some pasta. But it does mean I will not go back to the old lifestyle where I will be able to just eat whatever I want. My husband is Italian. Do you know how hard that is? For gosh sakes, live with an Italian man. Yeah, that loves to cook. That's what he does. He loves to cook. He is a cook. He loves it. But he respects me, and he knows that my food is different. And actually, he eats the same way that I do. And I respect that, and he respects me. And that's awesome. Figure out who you want to be with your food choices. And figure out what type of food fulfillment you think that you need. And make accommodations for that. If you honestly really feel like there are things in your life that you cannot live without, honestly, then you figure it out. If you think that it's a Snickers bar, honestly, you buy that Snickers bar. You cut that baby up. You give yourself a little tiny piece. You don't allow yourself any more. And you teach yourself control. Because self-control is very important on this journey. You have to teach yourself self-control. We all have to learn it. And I believe in you. And you have to believe in yourself too. And if you're not ready, then don't buy that damn thing. Don't do it. You are on this journey because you want to be successful. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't do it. You should be able to learn how to live with self-control. And it is really, really, really hard when you have food addiction. And I know that. And if you have food addiction, you really honestly should be in therapy so that you can learn how to get some coping mechanisms and get some tools. Because addiction is addiction. I have dealt with addicts very close to me. And addiction is no joke. I don't care what the addiction is. Addiction is addiction. You need to get therapy and you need to get help so that you can get it under control, so that you are not hurting yourself. Because it is a vicious, vicious cycle. And I am so absolutely here for you on that. You can write to me. Absolutely. Bless your hearts. For real. I get it. Okay. Pick the right choices. And if you don't, do not allow yourself to lose it. Just don't. We all do it. And we do it. And we do it. And we do it. It's okay. It really, honestly is okay. The doctor's not going to knock at your door. The food police aren't going to come. And I won't come and search you out. Well, I might. No. We all do it. We all make the wrong food choices. Honestly. And that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't look back, look forward. Always look forward. That is how you become successful in weight loss. I promise you that. You gotta quit looking back, and you gotta quit beating yourself up. Okay. Well, I want you to know I love you guys. I do. And I hope that you are doing good. And I want you to do me a favor. I want you to find your joy. Because as soon as you find your joy, you will start finding that you will find this happiness inside of you that's amazing. And you will find that things in your life that are stressing you out and just being so freaking frustrating will start kind of feeling better. Find your joy. I love you guys. And I will talk to you later. All right. Bye.